Happy Independence Day from NBT Bank Stadium. Preparations are underway for one of the biggest games of the year, and in only a few hours, these seats will be filled. This little guy is a walleye. Today, thousands of its kind were introduced to the middle of the lake to increase their protection from bigger fish, but they still have a long journey ahead of them. The duties of a trauma response team member never end. They are summoned to the scenes of violent crimes whenever and wherever they occur. So at any moment, they could receive a call. Today, Broughton never leaves her house without spraying herself down with mosquito repellent, even if she's just taking a walk to her mailbox. To protect yourself, researchers say that it's tougher to detect pins when typing with both hands, also when using a full keyboard. Today, this is a field of dirt and rocks, but next spring, these 22 acres will become Empire Farmstead Brewery, where bottles, cans, and kegs of Empire beer will be produced for the first time. Jennifer DeFeo was sentenced to 5 to 15 years in prison for aggravated vehicular assault and 3.5 additional years for assault on Friday.
I have no memory of that drive. I was parking my vehicle.
Last summer, DeFeo hit a pedestrian and pickup truck going 86 miles an hour. She injured a total of 4 people and was on prescription drugs. According to the toxicology report, DeFeo was on tramadol, Adderall, bupropion, and Aleve. And Assistant District Attorney Romana Lavalas says the bupropion could have heightened the effects of the 2 controlled substances that were already in her system.
If you are impaired and you are operating a motor vehicle and you're impaired by any extent, you are subject to criminal liability here, and that's exactly what happened here.
Lavalas explained that the law does not distinguish between illegal and prescription drugs, but DeFeo's lawyer, Kevin O'Brien, believes the judge made a mistake.
She had no idea she'd done anything wrong. These were prescribed medicines within the limits, and the testimony in all doctors, like I said, would suggest that you can drive.
O'Brien says his client may have had a seizure, but prosecutors say it was DeFeo's responsibility not to drive if she was suffering side effects. One of the victims still lives in pain.
Constant. Every day, every moment of every day.
Deborah Nichols drives past the crash scene on her way to work every day.
There's not too many moments that I actually think, oh, I don't hurt right now.
Nichols says that she's thankful to be alive. I'm Danielle Reed in Syracuse, Time Warner Cable News.
Like I tell kids, you got school, work, jail, or the grave. You got 4 options, which one you gonna pick?
Eddie Mitchell Jr. is the youth specialist for the Syracuse Trauma Response Team.
They may not agree with me sometimes, but they listen for the most part.
It was created to respond to brutal crimes in the community, like the 11 shootings that occurred over the 4th of July weekend.
Checking in, at the hospital, checking in some of the kids who got hit.
Born out of the Southwest Community Center, the team is among the first to arrive at crime scenes or in hospitals to be mediators between the community and police. The duties of a trauma response team member never end. They are summoned to the scenes of violent crimes whenever and wherever they occur. So at any moment, they could receive a call.
We're there when the lights is out. So whether it's midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning,
12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3, you can be in your bed asleep.
But this tough job has its rewards. Mitchell is also the co-creator of the mentoring and leadership program, Team Angel. It stands for Avoid Negative Garbage, Enjoy Life.
A lot of kids come to me and say, yo, Ed, you helped me, thank you for helping me. Without you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. But that makes me realize, like, I did help a kid.
Mitchell wants to see the youth stop the violence.
And watching kids get killed and watch kids get killed in front of me and like next to me, it was time for me to change, like try to help kids out so they won't lose many friends that I lost and growing up in my life.
I'm Danielle Reed in Syracuse. For most of us, cell phone pins and passwords are the keys that unlock our entire lives.
My bills, my bank cards, everything. I don't need passwords to punch into that stuff. It's like, so pretty much if you got into my phone, it would be like wide open.
Which is why a new research paper could change the way you unlock your smartphone.
Because we know where the keyboard is on the phone, then we can see where it's going, and then we use some mathematical techniques to decipher the pin.
Veer Foha is a professor of computer science and electrical engineering at Syracuse University. He says that hackers can detect and guess pins and passwords by simply watching hand movements using a geographic mapping function that matches the screen of any smartphone.
Whether it is an iPhone, whether it is an Android phone, whether it's a Motorola phone, we don't have to see the screen. As long as we can see the back of the phone and we can see some part of the hand moving, we can decipher what is being typed.
To protect yourself, researchers say that it's tougher to detect pins when typing with both hands, also when using a full keyboard.
They should change their password periodically, and there are utilities where you can store your password.
Foha hopes this research will push cell phone manufacturers to make keyboards of different dimensions and keyboard scrambling features. I'm Danielle Reed in Syracuse, Time Warner Cable News.